I think people will see that we care about what's been entrusted to us. I mean, we are just the current generation. This church is over 330 years old. God has allowed us to, in essence, be trustees of this property right now. It's not ours, and we hope to pass it on in better condition to generations that follow.
It's definitely more about the people here who make up the church. The church is not this beautiful sanctuary we're standing in, the church is the people here. And that's one of the reasons it's easy to overlook the needs that we have within the structural and architectural part of the physical church, is because the people here make up for it. It's so easy to get involved in this community and family and overlook some of the needs that we actually need to attend to.
It is emotional. I'm one that doesn't like to see change. I really don't. I look around Charleston and it saddens me to see how the city has changed, but I know that it's right.
As a professional in the industry, there are things that that need to be changed about all our buildings. If I look at it, it is definitely an eyesore, and I think, thinking about our church coming in from Church Street is very beautiful, but 90% of us come in from Meeting Street, and I don't think it's as beautiful. If you can look past the parking lot, then you see the building. The building becomes the focus, and if we can make something there a little more beautiful and inviting, then I think we can, kind of help our approach to the church.
It's not real handicap accessible. If you want to go in Fellowship Hall, you have to go in from the other side of the building. If you want to go to the bathroom, you have to come out, go all the way around to the other side to get to the handicap restroom. This church needs to be accessible for all people. My grandchildren have been here when they were babies, and the nursery facilities are not what you would expect to be like in a church of this size and reputation. So the nursery facilities need to be upgraded.
Our school is very important to this church. Really, I've always considered it the main mission arm of the church. We have an opportunity to reach so many families through that school. And having taught there for so long, I can see how it has influenced a lot of people, a lot of professionals around town.
Don't look at it as an obstacle, look at it as an opportunity. You have the privilege of being part of this opportunity to make this place even better. I mean, every generation will be able to say that. We really have a true opportunity here. It may take some sacrificial giving, but I hope we don't look at that as a burden. I hope we look at that as oh, wow, I am privileged to be part of this. God has seen fit to bring us here at this time to be part of this program.
A new building kind of represents a kind of moving forward in progress of any institution, and this institution can do the same thing by building a new building, and I think it's pretty important to always be thinking about the future, and if the new building is the way the church wants to think about the future, then I'm all for that.
I would love to be a part of this renovation project, especially because I have such deep roots within the church, and I feel so connected to it. It's almost like changing and renovating the physical church is also changing and renovating the people here within the church. So I definitely feel called to be a part of this.
My son-in-law and daughter met here at this church when they were in the youth group. So it means a lot to me. George and I met here on a ski trip. It means a lot to me, and my hope and prayer is that someday Marion and Laura will move back here and they would make this church their home again. And that would mean my granddaughters too. And I would like to have a facility that they would be proud to come to and that their children could come to at the same time.
One thing I use to motivate myself to get involved in these types of projects is to think about the future. Think about how I would want this place to be for my children coming here. When I've grown up and married and had kids, how I would want it to be better for them and to be more accessible for future generations. Because that's what this is all about. This is about making it accessible to new people coming in, but also the generations to follow us.
Donations to the church are always a sacrifice because you don't think about it first. You think about it at the end. You think about it, okay, do I have anything left to give to the church? It should be the first thing that you give back to God because everything you have is His anyway.
This church really has been my mainstay really all my life. And I remember at John's funeral, a man, really, he was our lawyer, and he'd never been in this church. And he walked in, he told me later, the minute he walked into this church, he could feel love here. And I hope that would be for generations to come.
I'm reminded of that parable about the talents where the master gave his servants varying amounts of talents and expected them to do something with them, and he chastised the servant who buried his one talent and said, I was just worried, I was scared, I didn't want to do any harm, I just buried it. And I don't want to be that servant. I don't want our generation to be that servant that buried their talent. I think we need to sacrificially give, leave this facility in better condition than we received it for future generations so that we can reach more people. I mean, that's really what it's all about, reaching both unsaved and saved in this community, reaching the underprivileged in this community, being inviting, welcoming, modern, facility where we can do the best that we can for God's kingdom.
I would love to be a part of this renovation project.
If the new building is the way the church wants to think about the future, then I'm all for that.
I know that it's right.
It's worth it to spend some extra money and update the facilities.
I have no doubt that the program here is, in my view, God's will for this congregation.